In a blink of an eye, Ramadan is just around the corner. Soon, it will be Hari Raya, one of the main festive seasons where people shop for new clothes. Hi, I'm Frankie. Welcome back to my fuck show. When was the last time you bought baju Raya? 2 years ago? That's how long Padini suffered throughout the pandemic. If you're thinking that finally you can go out to shop for new clothes again, this is the inflection point for Padini too. And that's what I want to talk about today. The retail sector was one of the badly hit economic sectors since the beginning of the spread of COVID-19 virus in Malaysia. Shopping malls were forced to close down in line with government's SOPs. Even when they are allowed to operate again, consumers are adopting a more cautious stance towards social distancing. For business operators, there were also additional costs to spray disinfectant in the stores on a daily continuous basis for the safety of the staff and customers. All these are just domestic challenges for businesses like Padini. On its foreign challenges, thanks to COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, tourists were not allowed to visit Malaysia. Do you know that the Vinci shoe store in KLCC is one of the most popular tourist attractions inside Suria KLCC? Ask around. Some of them will tell you if you didn't buy a pair of shoes from Vinci shop, it doesn't count that you have been to KLCC. That's how popular it is. But what has Vinci got to do with Padini? Vinci was one of the 10 brands under the Padini umbrella. Wait. Didn't the experts say if a business has too many things to run, they won't be able to focus and end up becoming jack of all trades but master of none? That's if the business is a conglomerate lah. For example, DRB Highcom. It owns Proton, it owns Post Malaysia, it owns Bank Muamalat, and so many more businesses under the sun. And which one does it do well in? On the other hand, even though Padini owns so many brands, think about it, it is still just focusing on one thing: to be the best fashion company. I know what you're probably thinking. If their focus is to be the best fashion company, then again, back to the original question. Why do they need so many brands? Well, if you have been following the channel for a while, you will notice that the Fuck Show is laser focused on investment and stock market content. You are here because that's what you expect to watch. On the other hand, our main channel, Mr. Money TV, produces more general personal finance videos to help improve everybody's financial literacy, since school don't really teach us about money. As a whole, there's the Money Hackers group for you guys to interact with us and the community about money. And finally, for business inquiries, most clients would reach out to us directly on our corporate website and emails. Just like how we landed with this ad here. Everyone asks why I left my banking job. To be honest, it's because I don't want to dress like a clown just to look professional. Malaysia's so hot. I cannot tahan lah. That's why I decided to become an entrepreneur, so that I can wear this every day. Just look at it. Its ultra breathable material doesn't trap heat by allowing airflow. It's so airy. On top of that, because of their dynamic flex technology in its stretchable waist, I'm allowed more mobility when I wear their pants. Now I can squat down without worrying about tearing anything. Then on the days when I have to meet clients and look smart, I have the option wearing their long pants too. But I usually wear shorts in the office. I also don't have to worry about soggy pants because their moisture-wicking material helps remove and dry sweat from my skin rapidly. But the best thing about bottom-slap pants is that it is abrasion resistant, which means it is able to withstand wear and tear. Don't have to keep buying new pants. Save money way. If you guys want to get your hands, or should I say legs, in these pants, check out the link in the description for a 10% discount. Bottom-slap, you rock. As you can see, each brand serves a very different purpose, and yet each brand is creating more value for the group as a whole. At the group level, there's only one goal in mind: to make everyone more financially literate. Or in Padini's case, to be the best fashion company. No matter how many brands Padini has or how good their strategy was, the past 2 years were just a nightmare for everyone in the company due to the pandemic lockdown. To mitigate this crisis, in the very first MCO, the group started selling its products via Facebook Live and Lazada platform. Then, it continued to engage more channels such as Shopee for both domestic and overseas business. That was a quick fix for Padini as a retail store operator. But it was not the best thing to do. After all, e-commerce platforms charge a hefty fee on the merchants, something that the merchants can only feel the pain themselves. But what to do? E-commerce was the only way of survival during that period of time. Online shopping helped Padini to sail through the toughest times. At the top leadership of the group, the bosses know that technology is not just for shopping online. In fact, they need to find a balance between online and offline sales. Also, using technology to reach out to existing customers and attracting new customers. The solution? Padini mobile app. It enhances customers' shopping experience while keeping them away from coming to the store to adhere to social distancing among customers. Once they get a hang of using technology to their advantage, Padini brings technology to a step further by signing an MOU with Huawei, a leading global provider of ICT infrastructure and smart devices, and XTS Technologies, a company that specializes in the design and build of factory automation solutions to install a warehouse automation solution using automated guided vehicles, or AGVs. You see, at the moment, Padini relies on truck drivers to manually search for the required products on pallets from numerous racks in the different locations in the warehouse. With AGVs, you go watch science fiction movies before or not? Like that lah. All that for just 1 million ringgit for a company that makes more than 1 billion ringgit revenue a year? This 1 million ringgit capex is going to bring much better back-end efficiency for Padini managing their inventory and workforce expenses in the future. As the saying goes, bad things happen in doubles. This side of Padini just solved the decreasing revenue number due to more operation restrictions by tapping on technology. The other side, we have freight costs creeping up as oil prices shoot up to the moon. Remember we talked about how branding is so important about conveying a particular message to its customers? When we think of Padini brands of apparel, the first thing that comes to mind is no other than its attractive value for money product offerings, where everyone can afford to buy Padini products. To uphold that brand image, it is difficult for Padini to increase their selling prices even when their sourcing costs are becoming way higher than before. Consequently, there's a chance that Padini's gross profit margin will be under tremendous downward pressure. And to make things worse, the Prime Minister just announced that the government will implement a 1,005 ringgit minimum wage starting May 1st nationwide, which is going to more or less increase Padini's operation costs. Having said that, I'm actually more positive than negative about the new minimum wage policy for Padini. Think about this. The reason the government is increasing the minimum wage to 1,005 is to make the B40 group happy. And hopefully, they will remember who made their day in the upcoming general election. We all know that in the game of politics, always do the things for the masses to achieve maximum benefit. If the government is pleasing the B40, this means the mass majority of Malaysian population is actually B40. Sad, but true. Anyways, Hari Raya is coming and people know that they are going to get a higher minimum wage to spend. Padini is in the business of value for money product offerings. I guess some of these extra wages will end up buying Padini clothes for Raya. At the same time, COVID-19 is now being categorized as an endemic in Malaysia, which means no more lockdowns. Shops could open again. People could go out again. All the pent-up demand and the urge to spend will unleash into the economy. But when people's income has been affected in the past 2 years, and now with the global inflation that is happening, what could they buy? Since people can't stop shopping, they will go and hunt for value for money products. Because of that, brands like Padini will benefit the most going forward. The flip side is that profit margin will be affected as inflation keeps eating into profits, while the brands are not able to increase their selling price to uphold the brand value to be value for money. As an investor, it is important to remember that cash is king when the market is uncertain. It is a blessing for Padini that their strong cash position saved them from the lockdowns. Today, after 2 years of subdued sales, the company is still net cash and it is able to pay quite decent dividends. That itself deserves a premium on its stock valuation. Once the economy is fully reopened, there's a high chance that Padini sales could do even better than pre-COVID-19 period, since more people are down trading their buying behavior. Nonetheless, this time round, a higher sales may not necessarily translate into the same quantum of earnings, since the operation cost has also increased significantly. That's all we have for today. #fuck.